This class is going to be basically going over the apps that come with your iPad that you could utilize to the best of your ability, as well as using our company apps that you could have pushed over to your personal iPad or pushed if you have a company iPad as well. In order to get a company iPad, you do have to have 3 sales. So if you are eligible for that, just shoot me a message and we will see what we have to do to get you an iPad. So I'm going to get started today. You guys let me know if I have any volume problems or if the screen cuts out. I have this open on my computer too, that way I could see what's going on. So first things first, we're just going to go to our basic home screen here on the iPad. So if you already have an iPad, chances are you're pretty familiar with some of the factors that we have here. We have your calendar, which is also a very basic but a much needed tool for scheduling. So I'm just going to go through these. I'm using my company iPad. So let's say we go to the month. There's a bunch of duplicates on here because we share a lot of calendars. This isn't the primary one that we use. Ours is usually on our computers. But for scheduling, as far as setting open houses or calling back people, maybe events that you even have in your everyday life, I know with my iPhone, I personally put in events all the time. So for things that might be happening on the weekend or things that are planned out in advance, I could just go on there and take a look and see what is happening for my week. And it's really great to organize and kind of keep an eye on what you might already have booked up as far as plans or agendas. So in order to set a reminder, you would simply just have to hold down your finger on the screen and it'll pull up a little information box. So actually, just to show you guys how I set one, I'm going to go into May for my birthday, and I'm going to put my birthday in here, which happens to be on Mother's Day this year, so that's nice. Then you just type in whatever your event is, birthday, and then you could do it as all day. You could set a date, a time, if there is a reminder or repeat. I honestly put my bills on here too. It keeps me organized and reminded whenever I need to pay for things. This might be very basic, but for some people who don't use their iPad all the time, I highly recommend kind of organizing your life through this, because if you have an iPhone as well, it will remind you whenever things are coming up. So that's really, really good. And you could also switch it from day to week, month, and a whole year in case you need a quicker scrolling mechanism. Contacts as well, you could sync this from your iPhone or your computer, or if you have an iPad, you probably already have your iCloud connected. Your iCloud is what is going to sync all of your accounts, so that email is going to be whatever puts in your information and transfers it. In order to add, you just click this little plus sign up at the top, and then you're able to input all this information. So if you have leads or you're trying to add someone in there, so you have your contact information on the go, that is where you would go for that. As far as the home screen, these are all comes equipped with your iPad. Home is going to be like controls for your lights and stuff like that. So that's only if you really have like a Google, Alexa, Dot, things like that. So all your settings, of course, would be in your settings gear. You could update pretty much everything having to do with your iPad and so on and so forth. Those I won't really go over because those are just all kind of hardware and customization for your iPad. So if we scroll on over, if you do not have these apps, that is fine. Again, I'm using a company iPad. If you have your own personal one, we could push these over to your iPad for you. You just have to let me know and bring it in, so then I could just push them all over there for you. All the apps that do come for our company iPads are amazing. They're great shortcuts, so you really don't got to browse on the internet that much. Everything is already here for you to use. We have a good amount of tools and shortcuts. So what I'm actually going to start with is the store here. That is just because the other stuff above is for agents signing up and everything like that. So we don't really need to go over those because those will not be on your iPad. So I'm actually going to start with the store. If you've ever ordered marketing materials, this is where you, oh, actually this is for Momentum. So even better, if you have not ordered your professional business cards and you have your login, or if you need to get your logins, contact Madison at the front desk. But otherwise, if you have your logins, This is where your login would go. And then, all right, there we go. And then that's where you'd put in that username that you would get from Momentum123 whenever you complete your orientation here in person, and as well as the digital online classes. So if you have that, this is where you would go for a shortcut to log into Momentum and order those business cards. Make sure that you have a professional headshot as well as a professional email and whatever phone number that you primarily want to use for business, as whenever they are ordered, you're going to get 1,000 of them, and you want to make sure all that information is accurate. They will also send you a proof whenever that information is ready to use. So if you do have your logins from Momentum, this is a shortcut to there. So another store, which would be our good old marketing store. So instead of going to the First Orlando Real Estate, that's Marianne's. Sorry about that. So this is where you would go to order marketing material without having to go to the website. This will automatically link you to it, so you don't even have to log in. Everything is here and quick to order. So if you wanted to view everything, I usually go ahead and click on catalog up at the top, and that will have everything listed there for you. Again, if you are a new agent and you haven't ordered your new car magnets, this is where you would go to click on it and order it. So for anyone in here who is a new agent, that is where you would go for that. As well as all the free things that we have in here, I highly recommend to take advantage of, such as the email signature, your agent app. And with postcards, you get the first 200 for free as long as you use a promo code, which in the description, you do get a promo code in there, which is going to be first 200. It's going to be right there. So this shortcut's really, really great because then you're not going to go on the computer and go to the bottom and log in with the password and all that stuff. This just puts you right where you need to be. You could order quickly at the touch of a button, and then we will get working on anything that you guys need as far as marketing materials. We're going to keep on moving down the line. MFR MLS, this is your shortcut to your MLS. So again, if you don't want to be on the computer and you just need one click and get where you need to be, this is where you would go. Of course, type in your login information, and this is just going to be a mobile version of your MLS. So if you're trying to show something or look up some information very quickly, this is exactly where you would go to get it. So this is an all-in-one type of ordeal with using our iPads or getting our apps pushed over to your iPad. As well as whenever you do get these apps pushed over to your iPad, if you would wish, they will always be updated. So if we get a new app, it will be automatically updated to push to your iPad, so you don't even have to come back in to get all of that updated, which is great. Let's see. I'm going to go and skip over one really quick for rental availability. So if you need anything or need to see if there's any rentals that are available, if it's something that you're interested in, you would then be able to go on here, and it has a whole entire list of what might be available to you guys. So it'll give you the address as well as all the further information that you do need for it, and the people who would be working during those times. So a nice little shortcut there. Boomtown, of course, that's my specialty. The Boomtown app will lead you to the mobile version. Boomtown Now is actually the version that you could download in the App Store. So if you don't have the company apps pushed over to you yet, Boomtown Now is going to be your app that you would actually download from the store. So then you would log in on here. It gives you a mobile version, so it might not look exactly like the website, but you do have the option at the bottom of the page after you log in to view it as a normal website page. The closing agent app is where you could get a quote. So again, if you need this really quickly, instead of getting on the phone or finding it on the internet, this is already shortcutted to your iPad. So of course you would log in with a password, or you could get a quote without a sign up. So if you click on that button, you enter all this information, it would calculate it for you. The closing agent is always on top of their stuff, and we absolutely love working with them. So I do recommend using this app as far as usability and getting a quick quote. Sometimes people I know could be very pushy for that information, so you could always use this app. It takes maybe 10 seconds for you to fill this out, and then boom, you got an answer for your clients. People love fast and reliable information, so I do recommend that, of course, too. So far, does anyone have any questions? I know I'm just going over the apps that we do have as a company, but if you guys do have any questions, you could enter it inside of the chat box here. If you're online, I believe it pops up mobilely. I think there is one too, but I haven't really used it on mobile besides the iPad. So just let me know, guys. This last little one, which is the little rocket ship here, is review. So this we highly recommend using to get our word in. So you want to make sure that people mention your name whenever they're writing this review, because it usually will post, it won't be attached to your name unless they were to write it in. So whenever they are putting in their information, you want to make sure that they include your name. After they fill out these fields, it will then go to a page that will give them a review box. Every time that you work with a client, I highly recommend you letting them use this on the iPad, because reviews are very valuable. And of course, you want to have a good name out there, guys. So definitely promote this and use this. Again, it is the little rocket ship guy down here in the corner. And that is going to be your review button. So highly recommended. You want to make sure, like, if people Google you, that it's going to have all good things to say about you. Going to our next page. Again, this is just a bunch of shortcuts, so that way you don't have to search around and go to a bunch of different places. It's all in one spot. The top one, of course, the YouTube, is our training videos. So for our updated videos or classes, you're going to find them on here. Seems that our last one was an agent app class, and then it goes down into Boomtown. We also have examples for our 360 camera. You'll find a lot of great information on here, and we're always updating these, as well as this class today will be recorded and put online in case anyone who is not able to tune in can view it and get to learn a little bit more about usability on their iPad as far as business or personal. Form simplicity shortcut is here as well. I know this is a huge thing that our realtors do need to use. I do not have a login, so I can't really go in here and show you guys, but again, they kind of make a little mobile website. You could use 2 fingers and pull them apart in order to zoom in and out. So this is also great if you don't want to go online. Form simplicity is right here at the tip of your fingers. If you ever need to go onto our website, here is the quick shortcut. It's the little palm tree with the white background. If you click on that, it will take you to our first Orlando real estate page. On here is where you can see all the further information. Our new magazine is always updated in here as well. So you could always look on there. As well, you could go all the way down at the bottom just like normal and sign into your agent resources. Type in your password, which is premium. Let's see if I typed that right, sorry. Spacebar, agent. Go, and it will log in. And on here, you will see the company newsletter, which is out monthly. So this also has great updated information, things that you might need to know. You could even find a shortcut to our Facebook page right here. So that's also a great shortcut to get to see all of our updated information and the normal things that you see on our website here, such as FAQs, Op-City shortcuts, company calendar, training university, and all of that good stuff. So that's the shortcut to our website. Company policies, if you guys are ever curious about the policies and all of that. Boop, they were dancing. Okay, rentals, which I believe is also this the page that we pulled up earlier today. I think it actually takes you to the website. So here is the website for our premium rental management. If you do need a shortcut to this page, you would be able to find it under this little app right here. It'll be over at the top hand side. And if you need any information as far as people looking to rent or looking for property management, this is the page that you would go to get all that further information for our premium management. Okay. Moving on to our next app, which is the Agent Classroom. This looks like it is a little bit broken, but let's see. Yeah, this app doesn't seem to look right. But as an update, if you are to go into our agent resources, so if that app is not working, you could find the Training University inside of here, and you would just click simply on here and log into the Training University and resume your videos and training. If we do have any new real estate agents in here or experienced agents needing to view that, it will be visible in here as a shortcut, and I will check up on this app because it doesn't look like it's leading to where it should be. So, looks a little broken. Open Home, all right. This is a really good app. So whenever you are having an open house, this is simply to have a more organized way of people signing in from viewing that open house. So whenever they do go into your open house, you will, for an example, usually people do pen and paper, and sometimes it's kind of hard to read, or maybe people put in the wrong information, or letters don't look like the right letters. You could actually just use this iPad, and it will give you a sign-in sheet, and you're able to put all that information in there and use it as kind of a lead generator. So people who go in there and take a look at your home, you could then contact them later on. This is really, really great and simple to use. It's already set up in a nice form for you, so you don't have to go through and input it all and then wonder if everything was spelled correctly. So this one I definitely really enjoy, because a lot of people ask me, oh, well, does it have a digital sign-in sheet? Yes, our iPads and also the company apps, if you want it to your personal iPad, we could send this over there too. Go to meeting. So I'm not going to click on this one because I'm already in Go in meeting, so I think it'll do an inception type of thing. Whenever we have classes, we do send out links through text message on our Facebook page. It's always the same, so if you do save it, I usually save mine too. That way it's quick for me to get on there. You will just have to click on go to meeting, and it will enter you into whatever class that we have live going on. So that's excellent. Let's say you're not near your phone or on Facebook, you could just click into our meeting and just go in from there. For Agent Classroom, actually, Agent Training is right here, and this is an actual app to check it. Yes, so with the apps and stuff, we could send it over to you, and it'll brand it with premium properties, and your personal app will of course still be branded to you with your pictures and stuff. I believe previously I made an app for you, and if not, I could make one for you too, which is going to be the one that combines all the MLSs. Is it
your audio's working?
Mm-hmm.
Let's no.
Oop.
That's just
Hi.
here. Start broadcast.
Sorry guys, screen's frozen.
Go to application. You have to request being a presenter because you're offline. Okay. There we go.
All right, can we see my screen now, everybody? Oh man. I clicked on the training university and it did not want to work.
Okay, you should be good now.
Okay. Are we visible again? Can you check for me, please, Paul? Thank you. All right, guys. Are you able to see my screen now? I clicked on the train. All right. Do you see my screen, Paul?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to continue on. I'm not going to click back in the training university because whenever I did, that's whenever it kicked me off because it wanted to share screens. So that is the shortcut to all of your training videos and modules. So that would be your shortcut in order to get into there. The MLS app, if we were to open this, I'm just going to click don't allow really quick just in case it pauses me again. More home searching, of course. Open. Okay, there's an update, so I might have to. Okay, oh goodness, all right.
Try closing out some of your other apps.
Well, this is getting me to download it.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
well,
I'm saying is if you have a lot of apps open, it might be kicking you back.
okay. I'm
So
gonna close these.
close out some of the other ones.
All right. All righty, we're back at it. All right, Keynote, also another super important app that we have for our company iPads or pushed over to you. It is going to be where all of our presentations are located. So this is extremely important, and we push these over to your iPad whenever we are going on to the apps. So it looks like these aren't on here, but I could airdrop them to myself so that way you guys could take a look at them. Okay, that is on. It's okay. It's not. All right. Trying to get these listing presentations. Okay, I'm gonna accept these. Is my screen frozen again, everybody?
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay, cool. I'm downloading the presentations now, so these will go directly into Keynote. So whenever you get these iPads pushed over to your iPad, if you have a personal one, we will send these over to your iPad so you have this quick and ready to use. It takes a minute. Oh, goodness. All right, it is really taking its time. We are almost there, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Oh, almost. All right. So once that download's completed, we're just going to open with Keynote, which is a presentation-based app. It's going to download these, and then I will be able to show you guys how it looks for you presenting it to your clients. All right. So we'll go to the beginning, and then you hit this little play button up at the top. And that gives you little walkthroughs as well if you're unsure. So I'm going to turn this sideways. Oh, it doesn't turn sideways. Okay. And then if you just swipe. Okay. Wow. You can also edit this as well. So if you have anything in here that you do want to change, you're able to. I don't know why it's not letting me swipe it, but
Just try tapping.
I did. Okay, well, Anyways, it does play as a presentation, but I don't know, since I've been live streaming through this, it's kind of been a little bit timid with me doing things on here, and I'm trying not to let it freeze again. So I'm just going to keep on going down the list. All right, this is Realtor Property Resources. I don't really have a login for this, and I have not used it before. So this is another app as far as real estate goes. For home searching as well, you go into premium properties. This is actually going to be our app, but it's for premium properties. So this is what your app would look like if you ordered one from the marketing store. So it would be personally branded just to you, and it would have your picture and all your information up here at the top where you see the logo and call and email. This is just our company one, so it links to our information. So if you haven't ordered that company app, I highly recommend putting it in order for the marketing store, and we will get that to you. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours for it to process after we submit it, and then I send you a direct link for you to download it. It's a great way to send your information over to someone, kind of like a digital business card, and it searches both MLSs as well, so you don't have to switch in between both of those. Snapseed is a photo app, and Matterport app. This one is also a super, super awesome one. This one, you're able to do your 3D walkthroughs just through this app. So for example, if we wanted to take a look at this penthouse, we are going to click on it, and it's going to take a couple moments to load, it seems like, and you're able to show your client, let's say they get a Matterport done. You could show them that Matterport. Let's say they couldn't make it out to an open house or an actual viewing. You can meet up with them for coffee and then just take them on a virtual tour. It's a great way to make sure everyone has the opportunity to see whatever listing that you have. Wow, this is really fancy. You just click to get wherever you want to be in this house. Just take your finger and scroll around, and you're able to look all around this home. This is something else. It's a really great tool. If you haven't used Matterport yet, Randy does an amazing job, and I would recommend using it for any of your listings. It's a great way to showcase and, again, let people see your listings, even if they can't physically go to the house. So it's a great way to take a look. Join Me is just if you need assistance for us to log into your screen. So we don't really need to go into that unless you really have technical difficulties that are going to be on your computer. We cannot log into iPads, but if you're on your computer and something's broken, we could take a look at it. Flex MLS shortcut is also here. So if you need to take a look at Flex's MLS instead of MFR or Stellar, then that is your shortcut into there. You just have to simply log in. GarageBand and iMovie do come with your iPad, so you don't need to worry about those. And the last two are going to be your Appfolio, which is for rentals, and Mortgage Plus. So these are the final two that were that are pushed over to your iPad. This is a cool tool because it calculates how much your monthly payment would be for a mortgage. So again, if your client is really looking for information, is a little impatient, you could go on here and you could just drag whatever information they have calculated for their business with you, and you could calculate it up for them and show them the numbers right there, because sometimes people don't want to wait. You know, I understand how it is definitely with some clients. The last three, I think, are just ones for this iPad, so I'm not going to go over those. But again, with basic ones, if you connect your iCloud email, you can then get text messages to your iPad that you also get to your cell phone, and your email. You definitely want to connect your email, that way you don't miss out on any information. It'll also give you a little sound notification whenever you do get an email, and you could turn on the notifications for it to pop up as a preview whenever you get emails too, if you really are looking for specific emails that need to come through. So, hold on, I'm gonna go back into my little GoToMeeting box. All right, I don't know when this message was sent, so does anyone have any questions at all? It's a new app now. So which app are you referring to? Is it the Absolute one? Absolute is one of our lenders. It's an Absolute Home Mortgage, so it is mortgage based. You do have to have a login, so I do not have one of those. You have to click through. Obviously, you guys would put I am a real estate agent, and then you would click on whatever answer that you do have and enter your information there. And I'm sure they do have a mortgage calculator as well. We work very closely with them, and they actually will be teaching a lot more classes here too, having to do with social media and home loans. So we will have those posted up very soon for you guys to learn more about. The MLS app, it's new now. Which one are you referring to, Kitty? Because the My MLS app, whenever I clicked on it, that's whenever my screen froze. So I'm a little scared to click on it again and have it crash. Go MLS, is that the one? Where's the app? Or are you saying that's a new app that was pushed over to your iPad? Because I don't think I see Go MLS on mine. Oh, okay. So, all right, I'll have to delete that and then update it to the new one. I'm probably going to do that after we hop off of here because last time it just froze and it was kind of a mess. But that is good to know. So I'll delete the old one. So we have the new Go MLS. I believe if you have a company iPad, it should inform you to update it, if not push it already. But since it looks like it's an internal message, it might have to be manually done. So I appreciate that, Kitty. Thank you. I'll be updating that. That way next time it's accurate and doesn't give us a little bit of issues. I know this was kind of a brief class, but I just wanted to go over this information. So if anyone's new to using an iPad or would like to get our company apps, feel free to come in or send me a message at support@premiumagents.net, and then we could schedule a time for you to come in, and then I could go over the apps with you, and we'll push them over to your personal iPad. I highly recommend it because if you have an iPad, then you can have all these great apps that will just really help you through your clients and your open houses, searching for MLS, ordering marketing materials. It's really a great way to save time for sure, and also a great way to interact with your agents more so. So if no one has any other questions, it doesn't seem like it. All right, well, thank you guys for, yeah, no problem, thanks. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was an all digital one this time. I don't think any of the agents are here, and they're having a mentor meeting right now, so I appreciate it, guys, and I will be posting a recording for those who did miss it or wasn't able to stay throughout the whole thing or wants to watch it later on and click through. I appreciate you all, and thank you for tuning in.